ponu in saka weson fram. Ipsik erbay kudana, jaus erbay rojandan, in bise wistai.
I'm not familiar with in or chabosh.
Ziklaika, rejaika ja, wajufna ja katarhida. Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayun pro kumana. Pai power juice, ja af apidun, pata ja sungadras.
Continue to follow me, and I promise those days will return.
Insok ja, himan kundana ja ayu pro. Und in amagas kapana, warpan himinam arpai bohav nona.
Ah, apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
You believe I can use these people's hopelessness against them?
Their need for answers should serve you well. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
I'm certain they will.
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar chais in barks prize war peren swase ikbus karadita.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Palladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a, a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get him the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Crates, named after the Crate Dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
He'll need to be a dragon if he hopes to stand against me.
With all respect, taking out the crates wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddaa's poor. but it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Prophet? Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
In this case, I'd rather be loved than feared.
Good, but be careful. The warehouse is heavily guarded, but if you can steal the cure and distribute it in the Corellian sector, you'll own the lower classes. My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Palladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
I don't need to rant. My will is done the moment I think it.
That's what I mean. You are strong, or Palladius only pretends to be. Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius's cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
You've done well. Now, tell me about this place.
The place is called the Strel House, for a charity worker named Dakin Strel. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
A well-known location can't hurt either.
I'd considered that as well. It's both well-known and accessible.
Raka Kalankara, Ninya Oramagyang Migik. Manuk Maraka Naja, Ki Namabam, Yak Manala.
Search my history and you may damage your sanity.
Kam Perim Ganam, Bagyang, Manik Hikupukam, Umnuk Inumemnu, Amka Kamem, Perolak Palak. Kam Inumemnu, Najanaya Ankam Mimik Meraka.
Nar Shaddaa will mock the Empire if our secrets get out. The sale must be stopped.
Laporam Amka, Mamni Nikag. Nagnaya Mamni Kamgam, Kam Perim Ganam, Bagyang, Manik Hikupukam. Mem Amak Kupkap, Kramanik, Umnuk Kiga Mayamak.
How much are you being paid?
Bulmogala Apayang. Nilama Ini Amka Amgap. Nulilak Apajam Kamgam. Amka Nemnang. Ampa Nemnang Memua Inok.
Excuse me, I'm on surveillance duty. The things huts do behind closed doors.
This is important. Slicers were selling intelligence reports on the black market. I recovered them.
These are my reports. Well, thank you, my lord. No telling what would happen if these fell into the wrong hands. Wait, these reports are embedded with slicing signatures. This isn't some gang. It's the mark of the Republic's Strategic Information Service.
Only the gutless Republic would cower behind a gang of criminals.
They must have been hiding something. Or perhaps a listening post. Maybe they're spying on us right now. Do you hear me, SIS dogs? The dark side is about to crush your pathetic operation. Isn't that right, my lord?
There will be no survivors.
The SIS signatures contain coordinates. Go there. Destroy the listening post. Kill everyone.
I did as you said.
I know. I intercepted their listening post's final transmissions. Got some Republic secrets. Even heard their dying screams. Twice now you've saved intelligence, and I won't forget it. Now if you'll excuse me, surveillance duty calls.
Unaguta tanquikuta. Iquictuk bamba?
That's not yours to know.
Dai toto capolo cupi de obragi. Ruine piboka. Ne supo gobae. Pompo gek dusta badawanga. Something wampa. La hagua gilia jakoska. Paguta palco.
I'll send your body back to your master in pieces.
Tuta oya. Nuja. Que chao joto do deadbita. Yobana pihota mindia.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius's right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Healer after your little trick curing the rot. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for helping to cure our families and neighbors of the rot, we humbly present you with this gift.
I love getting gifts.
We are honored to serve you, my lord.
Isn't this great? Cure one lousy disease and you already got Palladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destrus. Palladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to present the virtues of my own cult.
With all respect, these are Palladius's most faithful we're talking about. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Palladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself? Make a groundquake?
I walk into Palladius's speech and make the very ground shake. I like it.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa, you got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shaddaa Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
I can't wait to see the look on Palladius's face.
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector, not far from Meridian Hall where Palladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destrus sent you.
Jukaki mem panino, am kabina pek memno kimgam. Kampul jakinanu, ki nama am kabina wam karak.
Kikuna mo, uban chone alipa, istin koto.
Raka kemyu am kam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Laboram amga, mamni nikag. Nagnaya mamni kamgam.
I need to create a groundquake.
Umnuk inu memnu, amka kam mem perolak palak. Memua pemguana, kumia yang mem gamba paka. Bulmo gala apayang. Nilama ini amka amgap.
What does taking bribes from a gangster get you? Promoted?
Nayanam ramkam, kala amka mani, libik bak, kam perim ganam, bagiyang, manik hikupukam. Mem yuka hal krama, niknoga nalalu mem nulak.
I'm sure they'll understand.
Jukaki mem paninu, amka bina pek memnu kimgam. Umnuk inu memnu, amka kam mem perolak palak. Yan perlu amka, kalami nayakira, nebua ripok.
I am most grateful.
Kam perim ganam, bagiyang, manik hikupukam.
There is only one law for the weak as well as the strong, and that is power. For too long, the weak of Nar Shaddaa have grown soft in the luxury of their towers, while the strong have wallowed in chains. But I tell you, united, there is no law that can stop you. Take back what is yours.
Yeah!
Never a truer word spoken, my friend.
There are those who would tell you lies, who spread rumors and false promises. Already some among you are lost, having chosen the path of weakness. But you must shun this false messenger. The weak fear your growing strength, and have sent her to break it.
He's the one who oppresses you, taking your money and giving nothing in return.
Ah, the deceiver shows her face. Behold, my children. Look how pathetic, how easily crushed by your collective might.
The very ground you stand on responds to my will. Can Palladius do this?
kind of power is this? The world is ending!
Don't be fooled! It's a trick! Attack the deceiver! Attack!
My lord, what happened? How did you...
We never met anybody who could do what you did. Not Lord Palladius, not anybody.
If you wish to serve me, go to the Strel house. My servants will see that you are brought into the fold.
The Strel house? A good place. That Dagon Strel was a good man.
But before you send us away, share your wisdom and strength with us, so we can serve you.
There is only passion. Through passion, strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory.
That's the same line Palladius fed us. I'm sick of these Sith games.
Shut your mouth. The Sith speaks the truth.
Besides, this one does what she says. She cured the rot.
You're right. My lord, we will do as you say. We will forgive and tell others to do the same.